Hello, welcome to the newest episode of Conversations with Cleopatra. I am Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic and energy channeler, a tarot reader, and astrologer. And an energy channeler, I would love to read for you. I do psychic tarot readings, birth chart readings. I also do past life readings. I also do dream interpretations, candles, and so much more. So check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, if you would be interested in purchasing a personal reading from me. Also, connect with me on my social media pages, Lamarr Townsend Tarot, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, as well as Vimeo, and my Spotify as well. I have a podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, as well as Google Podcast, and more. All right. You can also listen to part one of this episode on my podcast. Also, you can check out part two of this episode on my Vimeo. The link will be in the description box below in the comment section below. Also, you can check out part two by becoming a member of my YouTube channel. You do have to be on a computer or a laptop to actually view the join button, but you would click the join button. And it's right next to the subscribe button, and you will only be able to see the join button if you go on a laptop or computer currently. Hopefully they change it soon. But yeah, you click the join button right next to the subscribe button, and you pick a membership tier. And voila, you're a member. You now have access to exclusive content. It's just part two of this video and part two of my other videos. So I'm really excited. And I'm really excited to talk about beauty with Cleopatra. And speaking of beauty, she's making it a point to put on my pearl necklace. Because she says one of my favorite gemstones, or one of my favorite stones to wear, were pearls, she says. And she says, historically. And she kind of looks at me. She's saying, I know that, a lot of your fans do like to check the historical facts, but historically, pearls were one of my favorite stones. And the reason for that, she says, is because they, back then, were a sign of royalty. They were a sign of wealth, beauty, she says, and patronage and purity, she says. Interesting. So she's saying that's an interesting caveat right into the conversation, she says, but then she kind of, gestures towards me, but I'll let you do your thing. Yes, Queen. She has a takeover spirit, but I love it. I love her. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cleanse the cards. Alright. Or not cleanse the cards, cleanse the energies. Unless you want me to pull a card. She's like, nah, you're good. I just got done doing like 5 readings today, so I'm in reading mode. But anyway, personal readings, I mean. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of this space from any past readings. Thank you for opening up a channel so that Queen Cleopatra can come through. Thank you for making this a sacred space. A safe space where Cleopatra can share her thoughts, her energy, her whatever it is she would like us to know. Thank you for protecting her energy, her thoughts, her mind, her emotions. Thank you for protecting the energies, thoughts, minds, and emotions of those watching this video as well as mine. Amen, amen, and amen. Thank you for protecting this space and those in this space as well. Amen, amen, and amen. She says beauty is literally only skin deep, she says. She says you can have a beautiful figure, but what's the point if you don't show it off, if you don't have clothing tailored to your figure? She's saying you can have a beautiful face, but what's the point if you don't get a haircut that accentuates that? And, certain makeup style that brings it out further, she says. She says that natural beauty will always be the most attractive. Skin deep beauty, meaning beauty, the beauty, the essence of you with no makeup, the essence of you, the fresh you. the pre-made you, the you before anyone sees you. She says this should be the you that your family sees, that your lover sees. This should be the you that you're most comfortable with. The stripped down version of you. The one, and she's like showing me like an image, I guess this is of her or like some woman kind of taking off their wig and like literally setting it down, but it's like in ancient times. It's like she's saying the you without the wig, you know. She's saying, are you bald? Do you have skin issues? She's saying, what is the truth of you behind the mask? She says, this is your base beauty, she says. And from here, she says, we can work with something. She's kind of going like this, you know, and she's like looking in the mirror, but it's almost like she's giving a class and there's groups of girls around her and they're looking in the mirrors at themselves, and she's kind of in the middle. Cleopatra's in the middle, kind of like the teacher or the professor, and she's kind of like coaching these girls or these feminine creatures looking at themselves in the mirror, and she's kind of saying, traditional will always be beautiful, she says. But you must be honest with yourself, she says. When you look in the mirror, you must be honest with yourself. She says, honesty is beautiful. And she kind of goes like this. She says, beauty comes from the inside out. She's saying, beauty as we see it is only skin deep. And I guess she's showing me a classroom setting because some of you must be taking notes. I know a lot of you do that a lot, you know, during these episodes. She's saying, beauty is your essence. She's saying your look is your imprint. That's a word. She's saying your look is not your beauty, it's your imprint. It's the image that you leave behind when someone thinks of you. She says your true beauty is your essence. Wow. That was a word, Cleo. Wow. She's saying true beauty comes from the inside, how you feel about yourself. How you feel about yourself specifically, she says again, when you look in the mirror and when you're stripped down, when you don't have your hair, when you don't have your makeup, your eyelashes, your eyebrows. She's saying, do you still see yourself as beautiful? She's saying, or do you only see yourself as beautiful with your mask on? She's saying that creates insecurities. Therefore, she's saying the mask will always crack and be see-through. She's saying makeup can only hide but so many flaws. She's saying plastic surgery, things of today's time can only hide but so many flaws. It's the inside that is your true beauty. She's saying about herself, about me. There was something striking about me, she said. I had a striking beauty. She's saying whether it was my eyes, my nose, my profile, she says. My gaze. She kind of goes like this and is like my bosoms. She's like, whatever it was, I knew that was the accent, that was the imprint. But it was my essence, it was my magic, it was my enchantment that was really the true beauty that the person saw in front of them. And she's saying she used that to her advantage. So she's saying true beauty starts with mantras in the mirror. In the mirror, I am beautiful. I am loved. I am worthy. I am enough. She's saying masks are very beneficial. Mud masks, almost like aloe vera texture type masks, very sticky, gooey, things that stick to the skin you can peel off. Those types of masks are good for beauty. She's saying skin deep. She goes back to that. She says skin deep. She's saying, have you noticed we haven't even talked about looks? She's saying it's your skin. She's saying some of the most unconventionally attractive people, she's saying, become beautiful because of their skin. They have good skin. They take good care of themselves from the inside out. She's kind of saying, like, no offense, but, like, look at the models. Like, not all models are conventionally attractive, but one thing about them is that they have good skin. There's something about them that glows or shows from the inside out. She's saying, believe it or not, often models, and people like that get made fun of for their looks growing up at some point. She's saying even they learn that it's not just their looks. It's a confidence. It's an essence that they carry that makes them, beautiful and command attention. She's saying milk baths are really good for skin. Supple skin, she says. She's saying, remember, it's the canvas that you're accentuating. You're accentuating the beauty of the canvas. She's saying your canvas has to already be beautiful. And not just by look standards, she says. By health standards. By mental health, physical health, spiritual health standards. She's saying when someone is of pure health, when someone is aligned in their true essence and spirit, you can't take your eyes off them, she says. But she's saying when someone looks at themselves in the mirror and they don't like what they see, she's saying, yeah, maybe you can't take your eyes off them, but you kind of wince at them sometimes too because you see the true essence of them. You see, oh, okay, they didn't look so beautiful in that moment. She's saying because they didn't feel beautiful in that moment, and it showed, she says. It's not about looks. She's saying the most beautiful people have ugly moments, she says. She's saying your hair. Stop, pay attention to your hair, she says. Your hair is beauty. Your hair is royalty. Your hair is a reflection of you and your health and how you treat yourself, she says. And she's saying, yes, real or fake, wigs and all, she says. She's saying your hair is a sign of health. Your hair is a sign of beauty. She's saying one thing about the ancient Egyptians is it was our confidence that made us beautiful. The way we walked, the way we talked. It was that made us alluring. Our intelligence, she says. She says, but the biggest thing is skin. Sorry, guys. Just realized I need to bring the microphone a bit closer. She's saying the biggest thing when it comes to beauty, is skin. You know, she's saying when you have healthy skin, you're automatically beautiful. You glow from the inside out, she says. Clear eyes are beautiful, she says. Clear eyes are, its origins are from the inside out. You know, she's saying basically if you don't have clear eyes, if you don't have clear white eyes, there could be something going on internally, health wise. So she's saying beauty is actually your health. And she's saying if you're not healthy, sure you can cover it with makeup, sure you can cover it with, you know, surgeries, liposuction, but she's saying it's still going to show. She's saying it's the laws of nature. What's not real must be revealed. Wow, I've never heard that before. She's saying you will always see the truth, even if you see it in little peaks, you know. She's saying it's like the energy of staring at someone and you think, you know, you see them kind of shapeshift, and it's like you do in that moment. You see the truth of who they are on a soul level, you know. That's beauty and ugliness, she says. Wow. Mm. She's saying don't be afraid to try new things. It's all about accentuating your canvas. She's saying don't underestimate the use of hair. She's saying don't underestimate the use of simple makeup, a simple eye, a simple eyebrow, a little foundation or beige, she says. um, but not too much, she says. She says you don't want to appear fake. She's saying beauty is an essence you carry. And she's saying I will leave you with that. Okay. And I guess she's saying in part two she wants to talk about how can you get the essence of beauty? How can you invoke the essence of beauty? Or what are some ways? Okay. Alright, so thank you all for listening and watching. This has been the episode of Conversations with Cleopatra about beauty. Thank you for listening and watching. Definitely check out part two for more exclusive, juicy content about beauty with Cleopatra, the ancient Egyptian queen. Thank you once again, Queen, for joining, and thank you for listening. I'll see you in part two. Remember, if you want a personal reading from me, definitely check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. I am available for readings, and I would love to read for you. Let me pull up my website really quickly. Let's see. Okay, so this is my website. Once you've reached this page, you know you're on the right page. You can definitely go to the store section, and it'll let you directly purchase a reading from me. So I do birth chart readings, I do psychic tarot readings, of course, I do past life readings, I do make jewelry, I do candles as well, and dream interpretations, tarot classes. I also, of course, do make scarves, and I also sell black soap, which is a really, really good soap. It's an all-natural soap made of all-natural ingredients. I highly recommend it. It's the only soap I literally use on my skin and my hair. So, okay, thank you for listening and watching, and I'll see you in part 2. Love and light.